Hi and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show, brought to you today by Boohoo Man. The link is in the description. If any of their items, we're matching today.
I don't know how this happened.
You didn't get the email, yeah?
No.
Even the jeans, same jeans.
Yo, I don't know what
Even
happened.
trainers, black trainers.
Robbie a copy, man.
It's just blood flowing all over, man. You know what I mean?
Everything red
Blood's
right
on
now.
it. Yeah.
Red.
Oh, man, where do we begin? Where do we start? You know what? Just before we came on here, we got the news that you know they've done the Europa League draw. We've drawn Benfica, one of the hardest teams you could have got in the Europa League. So even all those people saying, "Oh, well, we could win the Europa," that's probably not even going to happen now either. That we've got Benfica. I mean,
where do we go?
Absolutely shocking. First of all, let's get into the weekend's result. Put a little smile on your face because you won this week. Arsenal versus Burnley. I said 2-1. You said 3-1. Palace versus Spurs. I said 3-1 Spurs. You said 2-1 Palace. Neither of us. Everton versus Chelsea. I said 1-1. You said 2-0 to Chelsea. Actually 1-0 to Everton. And then the one where you won it on was I said in the Manchester derby, boring game. I thought it'd be 2-1 to Man United. You said it'd be 2-2. It's actually the boringest game of the weekend. 0-0 draw, but it gives you 1 point.
That's more than what Arsenal get.
Yeah, so 1-1.
Last week you said me at the Arteta at the Bias show. You had the Arsenal at the Bias show. No points this week.
Absolutely. So at 1 point you won this week, so we're 1-1. But that's irrelevant right now because the result yesterday, Burnley at home. Burnley, coming into that game yesterday, had not won a game away from home. They'd only won one game all season. They had never, ever beaten Arsenal at the Emirates or beaten Arsenal at home in the Premier League. And Arsenal, as usual, as you always say, if you want a record to be broken, come along to this team.
Yeah, man.
Shocking.
Early Christmas present for everybody. Just turn up at the Emirates, turn up, we'll give you 3 points for Christmas.
And it all turned on one incident, really.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great performance. I thought the first half was poor from Arsenal, not good enough. Missed a few chances. Second half, actually, we started having a go. We started having a go. We were asking a lot of questions. We were kind of peppering their goal, and then it all turns on one incident where Granit Xhaka commits a foul, first of all, which I thought was an unnecessary foul. Yeah. Right in the middle of the park, gets himself what would have been a yellow card. Yeah. The player took a bit of exception, got up, but he didn't, that's the usual stuff that goes on a football pitch. Granit Xhaka goes and grabs him by the neck, all aggressive. The referee changes his mind from the yellow card, goes over and checks the monitors, is asked to check the monitor, and that turns to red. And from that moment after that was it. They were on the attack. They sense blood. They get a corner, and of course, Aubameyang, who hasn't scored a goal from open play, goes and scores an own goal. You couldn't write it. It was horrendous, and Arsenal's worst ever start since about, I don't know, I think before, what?
Was it 92 or something like that?
I think it was for 10 BC or something like that.
Listen.
Since 1886.
Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible. I mean, what's going on, Yardie?
Listen, this team, I'm not, easy. Funny enough, the anger I have is like, I don't even care. That's how easy. I'm getting to that stage where I don't even care about
apathy
being.
Now.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care about being angry no more with this team. Because it's like
that's always the worst sign.
Because we just come to accept this is, we know what this is.
Yeah, that's always the worst sign.
It's almost like
an acceptance of mediocrity, an acceptance
of foolishness. These are, as I said yesterday, professional footballers. Professional. Xhaka is a captain of Switzerland team.
Was the captain of Arsenal.
Was the captain of Arsenal. And I swear he's still like vice captain as well. And he still get the ban if I swear he does. So it's like, I look at this team and I'm just like, I can't even see where any goals are coming from. I look at the team and see it playing, I can't see anything. I can't recognize that team. I don't see the style, I don't see any chemistry, I don't see any passion. It's just as if you put out 11 individuals to go out there and just kick the ball about and see what happens. That's what it feels like.
Or try and whip a ball into the box, get it into the box, get into the box.
To who though? To no one. Just kick.
Arsenal, when we're playing well, we've got patterns of play. We will be intricate around the box. Pum, 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 quick play. That's all gone. It's just now, and even the getting the ball into the box, it's not even like they're trying to pick a player. It's just like get into it and hopefully something will happen. That's what I'd expect from Burnley.
Yeah, we're like, listen, we're at home. We are playing at home. We have 2,000 fans in the stadium. We haven't had fans in the stadium. We had them in Europa League, and it looked like it did make a difference, even though we were always going to dominate these games in Europa. Yeah, but it felt good. Then your Premier League game, you haven't won. We have only got 1 point in the last 5 Premier League games. 1 point in the last 5 Premier League games. That's worse than relegation form. That's like Sunday League form. You understand what I mean? Like, we are terrible. I do not recognize this team. I said before that Arteta only has one plan A, and he don't have a plan B. To me, Arteta don't even have a plan A because I don't see it. It's not like you can watch the team and say, I get how they're playing now. Okay, I can see what they're playing now. We're too predictable. When we pass the ball out right, Willian, he doesn't run at the players. The defenders just stand there, and Willian stands there, pass it back to Bellerin. There's no, like, run at them, drive, make them think about it. The one time I think he dropped the shoulder and went, he got past, whipped in across. Why you not thinking, let me do more of this, let me do more of this? Because they're expecting to do it, and you're just playing into their hands. Aubameyang, I'm sorry, I said it on the preview show. I said to you, listen, he needs to sit on the bench. He needs to sit on the bench and come off of the bench and have an impact. I feel like he's sitting on the bench, that whole game watching it, he could come off and have that impact that we need. He played yesterday, and again, it's almost like, why are we playing him? He got in opportunities where I could have said, all right, here goes our opportunity now. All he needs to do is just cut it back, curl it in the top corner.
What opportunities?
There was times where he had it, and instead of trying to take it, there's about two times, not many. There's 2 times when I felt like, let me see the quality. Listen, no, let me see, but that's what it is.
Let me tell you what's
happening. Before, when you talk about a world-class player, yeah, you make the smallest opportunities the biggest for you. Salah would do it. Mane would do it. They will get in these positions where you think there's no goal going to come from this, and they will make it, create it, because they've got that vision. They can see it, and the shift of the play, everything. Abba doesn't do it.
So you're not understanding what's going on here, right? Teams have sussed out Arsenal.
Yeah.
So yesterday I saw it, right? Aubameyang gets the ball. There's 2 players on him. They double team him up, right? They double team him up. So he's not getting any clear-cut opportunities. In that game yesterday, they have 1 clear-cut opportunity, right? The clear-cut opportunity fell to Lacazette.
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing, is that where it can work to your advantage is sometimes if you double up one guy, because he's dangerous, that frees up the space for the other guy. Mm-hmm. When that other guy gets the chance, he's got to take it. Lacazette, he's there. All he's got to do is beat the goalkeeper, open up your body, put it to any corner, he hits it straight at the player. All the chances are falling to Lacazette this season, and he's not delivering, right? He's not doing it. And the problem is, as I've been saying this for a long time, right? Yes, we know Aubameyang's off form, but we've been too dependent upon one guy. And now teams have sussed it. Shut down Aubameyang. There's nothing else to worry about when it comes to Arsenal. We are seeing that week in, week out. There's no tactics. We don't have, as I said, when we get into the box, there's no intricate play. There's no intricate play that might release an Aubameyang.
No.
Right? I think there was one time yesterday they got a ball in behind him.
Yeah.
And fortunately for them, their keeper got off the line quicker.
Right?
That's what we need to be doing more of when we've got a player like Aubameyang in the team. But we're not doing that. Why are we playing 2 defensive midfielders at home against Burnley, a team that's only scored up until that game yesterday 5 goals this season? We've been cussing us for scoring 10. They've only scored 5. Why are we playing 2 holding midfielders? Why? Honestly, the question has to be asked now, is Mikel Arteta out of his depth?
Very.
Right, because
I'm drowning.
The thing is about it is, right?
You know when you go in the water when you're too deep and you miss a step? You miss the step.
The thing is about it, Yardie, yeah?
Drowning.
Yardie, the thing is this, right? When he got the job, right, and I was like, when he got the job, I was like, he's not experienced enough. But he came in, I liked what he said, and he started carrying out a lot of the things he said, right? We had that brilliant FA Cup win, fantastic trophy.
Went on a nice little run at the end of the season.
But the one thing I've had to sit back and say to myself since yesterday is, let's break it down now. Let's break down Cup and League.
Different.
Cup is a thing that
anyone can win a cup.
In cups,
really and truly.
I remember having an argument one time with my brother where I was saying it's probably easier to win the Champions League than it is to win the Premier League, and he was like, the reason I was saying that is because like you could have a really good defence, defend your way through and just nick it. But in the Premier League, you can't get away with that.
No.
Premier League, you've got to go home and away to every team. So in the cups, when he set up 3 at the back, that worked. Yeah. In the league now, when you're at home, in particular, and this is what we're seeing, when you've got to have a go, he doesn't know what to do.
He doesn't.
And the thing is about it, if you look at our league form, and that includes last season, let's not forget we finished 8th last season. 8th, our worst ever finish in the Premier League.
Yep.
And then this season, we're 15th currently at the moment. And that's we are lucky that the teams below us have been that bad.
Had a bad start.
Like Sheffield United and West Brom and that. Or we would possibly be in the bottom 3. We lost
7.
We lost to Burnley, who are in the bottom 3. Yeah?
7.
Honestly, you know, this is shocking. And I have to say to myself, we're looking at a manager at the moment.
21 points.
I'm gutted because I want Mikel Arteta to succeed. He used to play for Arsenal. He's a young manager. I want him to succeed, but I question it now and I say, does he have the experience?
Nope.
Does he have the knowledge? We hear all these things about things going on. I mean, I was saying today, all these big decisions haven't worked out. His big decision, he came in, he said, I'm keeping Xhaka, when a lot of people were saying, come on, ship him out now. Hertha Berlin wanted him.
Yeah, man. Xhaka.
Right? And he turned around and he said, no, this is my guy. Look how his guy let him down yesterday.
Exactly.
He got rid of Ozil. That looks like he's backfired. I'm not saying Ozil would have, but one thing about Ozil, things are getting created around the box and that. He got rid of Guendouzi. That's looking like a bad decision.
Torreira as well. The defensive players that he
a
players
lot
in
of
midfield.
Decisions. He's been a bit unlucky with the injury to Partey and things like that. And Mari and things like that. But a lot of his decisions have backfired. They've gone wrong. Now, can this guy turn it around?
No.
And I don't see, the things about it is I don't see any pattern of play or anything where I'm thinking, yeah, give him time.
Nope.
And I really, as I said, I'm torn because I don't want him sacked. But then on the other hand, how can you survive with the record we've got? But Borussia Dortmund yesterday sacked their manager. I think he lost 3 games in 5. He's out. We've just lost out 4 straight home games. The last game we won was against
Man United.
That's it. We ain't won a game.
That was last month. Probably the beginning of last month.
I mean, Southampton, I think, if he loses that game, and I watched Southampton yesterday, and they look really good.
Of course.
In their 3-0
man like Walcott to tear up the wing.
Oh. If he loses that game, how can he keep his job?
Robbie,
I mean,
what you just said right now is exactly what it is. We cannot see any way out of it because, again, remember, there's times when you play a game and you lose and you be like, all right, you know what, they got lucky. We should have really won that game. We got lucky. But I'm looking at his team and I cannot see anything there. There's no tactics, there's no game plan, there's, as I said, no chemistry, nothing. It's almost like they're just brainless footballers are just been put out there as robots and they just, I cannot understand him. I don't recognize this team.
No, they're not as bad. I know everybody will turn and say, oh, but yeah, they're all rubbish, they're this and that. No, they're not as bad. They ain't great. They ain't great. But they're not as bad as what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, there's no way. These are players. Terrible. These are players that we know can play football. So for me, it's like, again, the bonus that I can take out of yesterday going into Southampton game is Xhaka won't be playing and Bellerin won't be playing. That's the only bonus I can take out.
You know the funny thing is, right? We were sat here yesterday and we was on the stream.
Yeah.
And before, it's not even a wise after the event. Before, I remember when the starting 11 came out, I turned around to Lee Judges, and he was depressed. He goes, Robbie, man, this is rub. Yeah. Why are those two playing after how badly they've been?
Them fake. They're not footballers. I don't know who's.
That's where, in a way, I feel a little. In the one hand, I feel it for Mikel Arteta because he's put faith in guys and they've just stabbed him in the back recently. But then on the other hand, why did you put faith in these guys when you can see Hector Bellerin in the last 4 or 5 games horribly off form? Yeah,
Bellerin and Xhaka must have a big secret for him.
Was terrible in the other game.
Like, you know, a secret you don't want to come out. Like, you know, when somebody have a secret where you wish, I hope this don't come out in the world ever. There's no way, listen, there's no way during training, during the Europa games, that he's not seen people playing better than them two and think to themselves, no. You two need to sit on the bench.
Saliba.
Like, I don't get it. Like, this is an Arsenal football club, and we have idiots playing for us every week doing fuckery. I don't even swear that much, but this team is making me swear like me as some bad breed.
Saliba. Why is Saliba not?
Why Saliba is not in the team?
Again, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. Yeah, I remember last season.
We fucked. If Gabriel ever get injured, remember I tell you that. If Gabriel ever get injured in this Christmas period, we are fucked.
No, listen to this.
Remember that.
Listen to this, right? This Saliba thing again is something that's. And you saw the guy talking the other day on on Instagram story, and he looked depressed.
Yeah.
Because he wants to play. And I remember I went to a game. I think it was Watford away. Saliba was sat in the stand with the fans. This is when he first joined Arsenal.
Yeah.
He'd gone away to St Etienne, he come back, he sat, this is how much he wants to play for the team. He sat with the fans.
I remember,
People were walking past and go, is that Saliba?
Yeah.
Is that Saliba? And then they clocked him and then they started taking pictures with him and everything. And the man sat in with the fans. That's how much he wants to play for Arsenal. Why is he not playing? Is he that crap that he can't get into our team right now?
And you tell me, say, Holding and Mustafi are do better than him?
Come on, man. There's something seriously wrong here.
Arteta,
why are so many
need
players?
To cut now. Arteta, you need to make a decision. Say, you know what, end is the end now.
But then you know what the thing is, right? It's like Turkish just goes on about this a lot. This board, do they care?
No.
I haven't heard from none of them.
Them not give up to listen to.
I haven't heard from none of them. They're quick to advertise. You know, we got an new Adidas range out and stuff. I want to hear from one of the board members. They need to come out now, and if you're backing Arteta, you need to defend your manager, you need to back him with funds, you need to, you know what I mean, because they are also being very unfair to Mikel Arteta. Where are they? Where are they?
Let's look at it like this, yeah. January is right around the corner, right? Transfer window is going to be open. Now, we know Arsenal, like, and if we're going off Arsenal of previous years, January is going to come in and it's going to be a thing of, okay, we linked with 100 players. We linked with this player, that player, that player. End of the transfer window, we might get in somebody on loan. Might get somebody on loan. That won't be good enough for us.
Now listen,
we need to go out.
We already know, even if you've got £1 billion to spend in January, you can't get the players that you want in January.
Especially with where we there.
We're not going to get the players we really need till the summer.
Especially with where we there now.
But these guys, I'm just saying, I want to hear from them.
Them not.
And then the thing is, do you trust Arteta to spend that money? Because he may not be.
Gabriel and Partey it's been good signings. They are good signings that he has done. But yeah, Cedric. But then apparently Willian wasn't his signing. Willian was Edu's signing.
Oh, come on.
But you're the manager of the club. But remember, he got moved from being the coach to the manager, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. But all I know is that we are in big trouble, and these next 4 games.
4 games.
I said when
we
5
lose
games.
all 4 of those in a relegation.
Listen, I said these 5 games we have over the Christmas period in December, I want 9 points from it. I'll be happy with 9.
9.
No, we're
going to beat Everton.
I don't see it.
We beat Southampton.
I don't see it.
Will we beat Chelsea?
I don't see it.
So you're not going to get 9 points.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Listen.
Exactly.
If you did get rid of him, who would you bring in?
All right, listen.
Because it's all right. People are saying get rid of him.
All right, let me explain. Give me 2 minutes to just explain this, right? Because I want to make it clear. When I say, listen, bring back Wenger, this is the reason
why
I
on that again.
No, just listen. Please hear me out and understand why I'm saying this, yeah? Right? People will say that's moving back. That's going backwards.
It is.
It is going backwards. But Arteta is moving us back to the 80s right now. If you didn't notice, yeah. If you are not blind, if you're watching this game, you would see that. Now, reason why I said bring back Wenger. Under Wenger, we were never this bad. I never once said Arteta out, ever. I always back Arteta. Wenger. I just felt like the board has never backed Wenger, never given him the funds. If Wenger was getting the funds like other managers, we would have continued to carry on being a successful club and challenging. We would have. Now, why I say bring him back is because the situation with what I see our club is in, if we get rid of Arteta now, right? And people saying get Allegri. Allegri is not going to come into this club because he's going to want to bring in at least 5 players, 4 to 5 players. And when the board...
He will be able to in the summer.
Hold on. When the board looks on those players and sees the figures and be like, raw, over 200 million, they'll be like, no. Where's Big Sam? Big Sam, you want a job? Come Sam Allardyce, come help we get out there. That's what's going to happen. So the reason why I say bring back Wenger is because I feel like Wenger is the only person who's used to working under these type of situations. I don't think he's going to come back. It's like...
let me give you one. Absolutely no way bring back Wenger. In my opinion, Arsene Wenger, a lot of these players that are here, Xhakas, Bellerins, all these, there is players, right? No way. Shouldn't bring it. That's only going to compound it, right?
But I think you get rid of Xhaka.
Right? Saying Allegri wouldn't come, if you back a manager, number one, if you pay him the money that he wants, and then you back him in the summer, it won't happen in January. It never happens in January. But in the summer, there's a lot of players leaving. Ozil's going to be gone. Mustafi's going to be gone. There's going to be... They're going to be, loads of players going to be, you clear it out, he will be able to bring in, say, 5 of his players. And they may not all cost that sort of money, right? To me, what I do, I've got one for you to steady the ship. My nephew came up with this one, and I'm like, actually, I think this is a decent shout. Rafa Benitez.
Yeah.
He's managing over at the moment in China.
Yeah.
He'll come in, he'll get the defence, he'll steady the ship, he'll get the team solid again. And then after that, you can then look forward to bringing in somebody else. I would bring in Rafa Benitez to steady the ship.
To be honest, that's not a bad show.
Steady the ship. He's an experienced guy. He's been in the Premier League. He would get Arsenal.
We need that.
Because right now we're in a relegation battle.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's embarrassing.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Not Wenger.
You know what it is we have to look at it like this. We, the fans, will scream that we want this caliber of a manager, yeah? But to be honest, the club has to be able to back them, like you said. So if Allegri is going to come in, it might be a thing of, if they do approach him about the job, we don't know if there's any talks about it. We're not hearing because at the moment Arteta is still there. So if they do bring him in, he might have to put in play his terms and conditions is, okay, I will sign on the basis that I keep you guys in the Premier League. Yeah? I say Arsenal, keep Arsenal in the Premier League, Listen to this.
Ain't no joke right now.
But
at this moment in time...
Hold on the basis of that, if I do keep you in, I need these players in the summer, or I'm going. You understand? That could be something that happens because the board has to dip their hands deep into their pockets, not just pull out the top. You know, you go buy a drink and you don't want everybody to see your money, you just pull out. I saw Arsenal spend, Arsenal spend like when you have a big wad of money in your pocket and everybody knows.
But the thing is about it, the thing is, I think all these, yes, we don't spend enough money in that, but actually in the summer we bought Thomas Partey, we also bought Gabriel. Great signings, right? And if you're clearing out a load of man, if we can get through to the summer, then you get someone else in and they can spend the money in the right. But I'm not sure if it's
have 6 goals this season already.
I don't hear nothing. Even if he went and scored 50 goals, he ain't good enough for Arsenal. Let's just, because we're going to quickly predict the scores because we've got games, of course, on Wednesday. First of all, your Boohoo Man of the Week.
I didn't even think this far ahead.
Do you know what? I'll give you. I'm going to give it to a team actually.
Fulham.
I'm going to give it to a team, right? Not Fulham.
Palace.
Right? You could have given it to Fulham because they put in a great display.
I was thinking Fulham
against
to be honest,
Liverpool. I think I'll give it to Everton. They've been in a lot of trouble like what we've been in, and they beat Chelsea at home, and they went to it a bit more of a defensive formation, and it worked for them. I'd give it to Everton.
I would have given it to Fulham.
That was a big win.
Because the penalty, they're lucky they got that penalty. Fulham should have got that penalty.
So you give it to Fulham?
I would give it to Fulham. I said, to be honest.
Oh, we'll go with Fulham. We'll go with Fulham. Because everyone expected them to get hammered. But then everyone expected Everton to get beat as well.
No, well, we did, but thinking about it, because the start they had, now they have their fans in there to get them, I feel like they could do it, man.
Okay.
I think
all right, Fulham.
Boo-hoo man of the week goes to Fulham.
Boo-hoo man of the week goes to Fulham. Idiot of the week. I don't even know if is there even any point asking you, because I think it's a pretty obvious.
We didn't even discuss this in the preview, in the match itself. I kind of didn't speak about it too much because, let me explain. The captain of Switzerland team, the previous our former captain, you're in a game. It's not even a must win. This is please, we need to win. Yeah, we need to win a game. Second half, your team has started very well. We are putting in balls in the boxes. We have like free shots on target in last 5-6 minutes. We look like we're going to get the goal and could go on to actually be convincing and win this game in the second half. You give away a foul. The players get into your face. Why don't you just take away yourself from this? This is where you could show that you could still be a captain.
Do you know why he didn't do that?
Walk away. But guess what?
You know why he didn't do that?
I'm a pussy wall. That's why. Sorry for my language. But Xhaka, you have been the biggest idiot of this whole season so far. So all of the other idiots, them when we get idiot of the week, you combine and they turn up with you. You is the biggest of biggest. You see what Pepe did. You know VAR is in the game. You know all they need to do is make a reaction, get the referee's attention. He will go and look on it and change his mind on anything. Step away. Players around you. Lacazette's pulling you away. Your players around you, step away. The man trip you. All right, cool. Why you raising your hand? Raise your hand. From you raise your hand, you know it's going to happen. But you know what? Thank you. I'm actually going to thank you. You're still the biggest idiot, but you're probably the smartest idiot. That's probably what you are. You're the smartest idiot. Because now, guess what? You're going to miss Southampton, Everton, and Chelsea. So thank you. We might actually have a chance of getting at least 1-2 points. Thank you very much. Hopefully you and Bellerin can go plant some trees on the weekend or something.
Let's quickly. We're going to do this. We're going to do this very quickly. There's a full program of games Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the Premier League. Packing the games in now for Christmas. Let's quickly predict these. Arsenal versus Southampton.
3-0 Southampton. 3-0 Southampton. Listen, if you want me to predict what I want to happen, I'm not doing it.
3-0.
Yeah, 3. I can't see any goals. Where you see the goals? Where do you see goals coming from?
I'm very stupidly going to back my team.
I want you to, because
2-1 to Arsenal.
Amen. I hope it happens. I want you to win this one, but I'm being realistic.
All right. The big game of the night: Liverpool versus Tottenham, the top of the table clash at Anfield.
I think that's going to be a draw game again. I always get the big games drawing for some reason. I'm going to go for 1-1. Ooh, wait.
I think that's...
Hold on. Liverpool. I'll go 1-1. Yeah, I'll go with 1-1.
I think Tottenham will sit deep as they've been doing all season.
0-0.
But I think Liverpool, when it's those big games, Liverpool turn up. Unlike us, 2-1 to Liverpool. And the final game, which is another good game, Leicester versus Everton. Everton, big win over Chelsea.
So they do Leicester big
win at home, but expected against Brighton.
I'll go 2-1 Everton. I feel that confidence from Chelsea game will...
Yeah, I see this as I think this will be a draw. I'm going to go 1-1.
All right.
So those are the 3 games we predict. Those games are going to take place on Wednesday. Sorry that this episode has been so depressing, but what can we do, man? At the moment, as an Arsenal fan, it's very depressing. And as I said, on top of that, we've just drawn Benfica in the Europa League. So even people who say, we can win the Europa League.
Do you know what though, Robbie? Do you know what, Robbie? You see the Europa League? Keep the youngsters playing, please. Don't these these so-called our main squad, our starting 11, our big ballers, our pro ballers, they don't deserve to go in Europe and play and disgrace
You know the
us.
thing is here?
I'd rather the youths go in there and get knocked out and said, you know what, at least they tried. Don't put them bunch of idiots who can't even kick a ball, can't even pass. You see some of the passing them I do yesterday?
At least anyway, we'll be playing at the same stadium, home and away. Because if you've seen Benfica's ground, it's exactly the same as Arsenal.
It won't mean
Thanks
no
for watching the show. Don't forget the link is in the description. Boohoo, man. At least there's something to cheer you up.